right, so we're gonna call this COVID week number 6. One of the things that I guess, realized is there's like a delay from when I give you an assignment to when you get feedback from that. So, for example, my last video I made, I had just given you an assignment and you had turned it in the weekend before, and obviously I hadn't read every single response, and so I wasn't able to respond. And now, this last week, you guys wrote an essay, and you just turned those in, and obviously I have had not had an opportunity to read all of those, and so it seems like, I don't know, everything's kind of delayed. So here's what I want. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to grade all those essays, and I'm just going to submit them directly to you. Normally what happens is I kind of grade them all and collect them, and then when I'm done with the entire class, I give them back. But that's not what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to just kind of submit them. You'll see them when they come in personally. One of the things I'm figuring out is the way Microsoft Teams works. So I give you these assignments on Microsoft Teams. You submit them, some in Microsoft Teams, some in other places. And you don't get any real feedback. So what I've decided to do is actually update your grades in Microsoft Teams and submit those back to you so you guys see what's in my grade book. What that means for me is I'm now doing data entry into like 3 different spots for all of your grades for a single assignment. So I encourage you to look through that and let me know if you see any problems in those grades, and then let me know what I need to do on my end. But just realize that I'm entering quite a few grades across a bunch of different little programs now, and so that might not always be accurate, but hopefully now you actually see some grades. So I mean, I feel like Microsoft Teams, it's the equivalent of handing back your piece of paper with a check mark on it or whatever. So you'll start to see those things. Some assignments, like the typing challenge, I don't really care about that. I'm not giving you a grade on those. I just submitted all those back to you, and so you're probably just seeing it returned. And really what I'm doing is trying to clear all those things out of my Microsoft Teams as well. So nonetheless, I'll grade your essays that you guys submitted. Congratulations, most of you guys did pretty well. As I was looking at those, I like those responses I'm seeing. Now remember, I told you all that you needed to take it with the secure browser, and what I wanted to do was test out College Board's MyAP security system, and it appears that we've had quite a few problems. So some of you guys were not able to take that essay at all, and I guess that's good to know, right? It's good to know that what computers actually work with that secure browser. If College Board's going to force that issue, I'm glad that we're figuring this out now, and so that's really the whole reason I was doing that. So here's what I was going to do. I'm going to open up that essay again. For those of you who were unable to take it because you didn't have a good browser, I'm going to open it up and give you another week to do that without the secure browser. So I'm just going to lift it, but that doesn't mean our problems go away. It just means that we're going to be able to move past this and figure out what College Board really wants when you actually have to take this test. I don't know. I am part of the mystery for me is figuring all this out, is trying to anticipate what College Board's doing. And if I can use my assignments to do that, I don't know, it entertains me if nothing else. So if you were unable to take the essay last week because your browser didn't work, I've lifted it. You can go and take it. I'll give you another week to do so. And that's, to be completely honest, that's what I want to use this next week for. I'm not going to give you any assignments. If you haven't turned anything in, go turn it in. If you've got other work to do, go do the other work. If you're working on my research project, then work on your research project. I don't know. I feel like you guys are writing pretty well. When I read your responses, I'm happy. Those of you who are putting in the effort, you're doing well. I'm not really all that concerned that you're not going to perform as well as you want to on the AP test. Moving from writing onto computers, and I actually feel like you guys are transitioning pretty well. And like I said, when I'm reading your stuff, you guys are quoting like you should. You guys are citing the sources like I want you to. You're thinking profoundly, and maybe typing it out was the key that would unlock your guys' creativity a little bit more. So I'm actually content. So I'm not going to keep pushing you harder and harder. I'm going to kind of pull back at least for this next week and allow you time to make up everything and do what you need to. That's not my promise the week after. The week after, I'm going to give you some more things to read, because at that point we're knocking at the AP test, and I do want to keep your skills sharp. But this week I feel like we can kind of relax a little bit. So work on anything else you're going to work on,